Coming back from my first season with the Reds, partial season with the Reds, I got home mid-September. Me and my dad, we started talking about what I wanted to do differently this offseason to give myself an edge. This is my 5th offseason, and we always say, if you want to get to somewhere new, you got to do different things.
You know, last year we kind of started the 6'4" club on a daily basis because of Malik. He had just gotten released. He played a little bit of infield, but he was mostly seen as an outfielder. He was 21 years old with all this athletic ability. So he was home, and in retrospect, I think it was probably the best thing that happened to him in his career.
I always knew that I was a strong player, and I was always a great athlete, fast, but I just wanted to make that translate, make it more apparent on the baseball field.
Malik's always been an incredible athlete. You know, he was drafted because of the power speed combo. It's just unique for high school kids to have that much power and that much speed. He just hasn't ever really put it together. So this year in the offseason, that was kind of our goal, is to maximize his power and his speed. And I felt like Clarence Lawler would be a great person for him to work out with.
When I first went to Clarence, I told him I could squat 500 pounds, and he kind of laughed because he knew that it was only about to 90 degrees, not all the way down to the ground. Now I'm squatting a little over 400 pounds all the way down to the ground, full range of motion.
For Malik, the biggest things I saw was he was very tight. His mobility was limited, and he was just too bulky. It's like, basically, you can see in his background, he was training more like a bodybuilder instead of an athlete. So we use a structural balance phase. We consistently worked on his mobility, his ankle, hips, knee, rotator cuff, shoulders. Just that whole complex to open up from day one. So that was huge. And then from there, we just started to basically let him express his true power, his true speed and explosiveness. So he's a fast kid, but his first step just got tremendous.
That was too good, the other one was around him. Yeah.
Working with the 6'4" club 5 days a week has really improved my ability as a middle infielder. I feel like from when I was drafted and to where I am today, I'm a far better baseball player in all aspects of the game.
Meditation can help in an athlete's performance in anyone's life, really. But ultimately what that will do is allow the mind to perceive a stressful situation and still remain focused and composed in anything that they do.
I've always taken interest in yoga, in obviously injury preventing, flexibility, things like that. But I feel like I never was able to really establish a relationship with someone that knows the ins and outs of flexibility, mobility, and then also just like the meditation aspect of things.
Rose is awesome. She, first of all, she knows nothing about baseball, and I love that. That being said, when she looks at the 6'4" athletes, she can tell me within the first minute what they're lacking, especially in a position like fielding position.
And he'll push you in. The biggest difference for Malik in his body is just movement efficiency. You know, so just while he has the potential strength, it's just creating, you know, the right movement patterns so that he can actually execute, and it's more sport specific. So you having to go against the resistance is going to cause you to hip extend.
From the beginning of the offseason, talking to Sean, he was able to put me in contact with the right people, working with Clarence, Rosa, and Sean himself on all different aspects of my offseason. this was an offseason with the most structure, the most preparation, and the most smart work, not just busy work. So I feel like every minute that I've spent this offseason has been with great intent. So I just feel like I'm ready, more ready than I've ever been for spring training. I'm excited to get down there.
At second base, I think he turns the double play 100% better than he did last year. I think that's going to be something that they really notice, is how much quicker his hands have gotten, how much more accurate his throws gotten. It has nothing to do with his arm. We've just really worked on his feet, his hip mobility, and using his feet to throw the baseball. And I think this year at spring training, I think if given the chance, he's going to really open some eyes as a middle infielder. And I think that's definitely going to be his future, and his career is on a good path.
The amount of reps that we've taken with the 6'4 club, 5 days a week, an hour every day, just strictly committed to defense, is a lot more than what other guys are doing. I feel like I've put myself in a position through 6'4 club to be successful in middle infield. I know what I have to do to get my opportunity, and I know what I have to do to get to where I want to be. I feel confident within my ability. I know for a fact that I can play the infield in professional baseball. I'm capable of making the club that I want to make and having a great 2018 season.